Hey guys, James here from TCG University. Come back at you with another deck profile. Today we're going to be continuing our deck profiles for the Hero PR Campus Championship, the Hero Power Rankings. So today we're going to be doing Selkie. Selkie is a 6-hand size 26 vitality character with a static that says any of the face downs in his card pool while he is committed do not count towards progressive. First form, you can seal one foundation of your opponent's, and then respond after your slam or kick attack does damage. You can add the top two cards of your deck to your momentum. So it's pretty neat. Today I was going with, I'm going to put you here, so I'm going to put cards here. I was going for something off and weird. The problem I have with Selkie is right now Void is his only very good symbol. Lack of better words, is like the only time he has very good cards is in the Void symbol. The kick engine's there, and then honestly there's actually a bunch of other things that aren't kicks that just happen to be in Void as well, which is nuts. So I was trying to do something that wasn't in Void, so I went with Chaos. And so today we'll start with I did an ally engine. We're playing 4 Summon Dark Shadow. While in the card pool you get +1/+1, and then remove it's enhance. Your next check to play play a card gets +3, and then you commit your character, which will start triggering Selkie if it's not already triggered, which is pretty neat. Mainly we're playing it for the +1/+1 and for the ally keyword, but we'll continue. We are playing 4 Dark Shadow Ruin. Actions on our card pool don't count towards progressive, which is really neat, especially with Selkies. Ignore progressive, and then if it has a speed and damage buff, it gets +3 damage and stun 1, which is also very nice. It's a 4 high for 5, kind of just sets us up. Our best leadoff attack though is Cavalry Chariot Advance. It is a 3 high for 5 that says all of our other attacks get +1 speed, which is very nice. Remember, all of our attacks are going to have allies, so we can do cool ally things if we need. And then enhance, your next attack gets +2 damage. And then if this attack is blocked, your next check to play an attack gets +1, which is very nice as well, negating some of his difficulty. Next, we will talk about Dark Shadow Talon. Dark Shadow Talon is a 4 high for 4 that says we can add one of our actions from our discard pile to our card pool, which will give us +1/+1. That's just it. Just adds it in to give us cool stats. It's very neat. One of the problems I ran into was I kept wanting to do Dark Shadow, summon Dark Shadows things, and the problem I have with this card right now, and I guess I should move this over a little bit. It's cutting off. The problem I have with this card inside of our deck is the main card we wanted to play was Giant Bite Detention. Giant Bite Detention is a 3 high for 4 that gets +3/+3 on a double combo, on a combo, which is just high attack, or a double combo, high attack, high attack. It also has stun 1, which is very nice, and a 1 mid block. But its combo is attack, high attack, which all of our attacks are high, so that's really nice. We don't have to worry about things. But putting this in kind of ruins our combo, so there was no real reason to do it. And then the other issue was our attack that we flip with Selkie also gets flipped, so it also doesn't work well with Bite Detention. The deck, when you weren't worrying about Selkie or putting in Summon Dark Shadow, kind of functioned really well, especially with using the ally engine and using the ally foundations and all that, worked really well. But as a whole, like a collective, it just didn't function the way I wanted it to. It just everything had to fire at the right moment, and if it didn't, it just kind of seemed clunky. Now, the last attack, Dark Shadow Dive. Dark Shadow Dive has an ability which says if it's in the card pool, your opponent's checks to play foundation cards get -1 difficulty, or -1, their checks get -1. And then you commit a foundation to give it +2 speed, +1 damage, making it a 5 for 5. That's an okay ability. One of the problems I ran into with this card specifically, outside of the fact that it's the only slam that Selkie could play in this deck, was committing foundations just made it a 5 diff, and as a 5 diff it just wasn't good enough. But defensively, the card's really neat. If you block with it, it has a nice 2 mid block. Your opponent's not allowed to play foundations cheaply. It's overall just a really okay card. Just, yeah, it has to have the right deck. Onto our ally stuff. We're playing 4 back-to-back. If we have an ally in our card pool, this attack gets -3 damage. Super simple, it's just a flip. Let me find the other ones. We're playing 4 Training with Gunhead. Train's Gunhead says, I'm going to pull this one up so I can make sure I read it right. If the check to play this was modified by an effect, like our Summon Dark Shadow, this attack gets +1 speed, and then remove, you can reduce the damage of this throw attack by 2/2, which just means we take less damage off throws, which is very neat as well. Where's the other ones? We're playing 2 resting between bouts. Flip. On your opponent's turn, you can add 1 ally card from your card pool to your hand. And then response commit after you make a check to play a foundation card, it gets +2. We're mainly playing it just to be able to pick up on our opponent's turn. And 2 cool student, we do get momentum with Selkie if we're able to. And being able to spin that for +2 to our checks is very nice. As well as just being able to add this to the top of the deck if we ever need to confirm check a 5. Is also pretty neat. Then we're playing 2 Malday. Also an ally, which says when we check and attack, we can put this in our card pool face up or face down. Face down for Selkie's cool ability is really neat, and then be able to pick up that attack, which is very, very cool. And that's the last of the allies. So then we're playing 4 League Interview. Mill cards to make sure we pass checks for our first form, and then on block we can flip it to block better. Super neat card. One of the only 6 checks in the game. We like to try and commit our character, so we're playing 4 Stronger in Darkness. If our character is committed, we get to give a free +1 damage, which is really good. Because we're trying to add momentum, we're playing 4 Requesting Assistance. It just says if we have momentum, we can flip this to ready some other foundation. Super good card. Always probably going to be a staple for a very long time. We're playing 2 Shock Treatment. Like I said, we do play momentum or try to gain momentum. So burn a momentum to be able to stun one is pretty good. Kind of slow down our opponent on our turn. Then we're playing 2 or 3 Graceful Maneuvers. -2 speed and then an extra -1 for every card in our card pool. Seems very good to me. 2 Struggling with Studies. After our opponent plays their 3rd or greater attack for the turn, we can enhance. Or is it a response? Nope. Enhance. Pick up one of our cards from our card pool, which is very good, especially when we don't always want to block with our attacks. And then 2 Release to be able to spin some of that. We flip a lot of things, so being able to spin and get rid of some of our face downs is very neat, as well as being able to play defense with that. Okay, so like I said, guys, the deck didn't function exactly how I wanted to. The engine inside the deck itself worked very well, but it just didn't function coherently with Selkie. But the deck was really fun to play when it was working. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCG University. And as always, stay alert.